Hi everyone, I'm David Lemon, an EHS Specialist here at Evotix. The Bowtie analysis has become one of the most popular risk management tools in high-risk industries. We use it to visualize hazards, understand controls, and manage major organizational risks. But despite its simplicity, it's often misunderstood. And in the next 5 minutes, we're going to look at what a Bowtie is, how it works, where it can add value, and why the diagram itself doesn't manage risks, but how critical controls do. At its simplest form, a Bowtie answers 3 main questions. What could cause the event? What controls stop it from happening? And if it does happen, what controls reduce the consequence? This diagram is called a Bowtie because, well, it looks like a bow tie. In the center is the top event, or the risk with the potential to cause harm. On the left side, you map the threats, specifically things that could lead to the top event occurring. Next to each threat, you can identify preventative barriers or controls. These controls are designed to stop the threat from ever occurring. Now keep in mind, there can be multiple preventative barriers or controls for a single threat. This is where you can also identify which mitigating controls are deemed critical. Critical meaning that we are relying on them to prevent serious risk or harm to human life. Now flip to the right side. This is what happens if the top event occurs, i.e. the consequence. And just like the left side, each consequence can have a mitigating control, a process or a procedure in place that might reduce the consequence of an event. You can also add multiple controls to a consequence. And put together, the diagram resembles a bow tie. To better understand this, let's use an example of a fall from height. The risk would be working from height, and the top event would be a fall or an injury. A threat to falling from height could include unsafe use of elevated work platforms, unsafe use of a ladder or faulty equipment, and the preventative barriers for these threats could be a working at heights certification or accreditation, equipment inspections of assets or vehicles, or a permit to work program. On the right-hand side, the consequences of a fall from height could be an injury, loss of production, or direct costs such as workers' compensation. Examples of controls include safety harnesses, or a trained emergency response team, or restrictions around ladder usage and height. One of the biggest advantages of a bow tie is that it breaks down complex hazards into manageable controls. Instead of looking at controls separately, you can see all the different ways an incident could occur, what barriers are in place to prevent it, and what protection exists if something could go wrong. It shifts the attention from how risky something is to how risk is controlled. Rather than debating whether a risk is high, medium, or low, the discussion becomes what controls do we rely on and are they actually working? The Bowtie analysis should be used alongside other risk management tools. Where a risk assessment and risk matrix helps you rank how severe a risk is, the Bowtie methodology shows you why it's severe and which controls are necessary. From there, it's important to have a streamlined way to implement and check the verification of any identified critical controls. In summary, the Bowtie analysis isn't about creating a diagram. It's about understanding how failures can occur and what stands between a hazard and a serious consequence. When well used, a Bowtie makes risk visible. And when risk becomes visible, organizations can have better conversation and better dialogue around controls that matter most. If you're looking for more practical guidance, we've got additional videos on our channel and articles that explore risk management on our website.